Antonio Hendrickson. Um, he's the director, mentor, and counselor with Lead by Example and Reverse the Trends. Um, Actually, with the South Bronx Neon. Okay, I have a couple of questions for you prior to jumping into what you do
Okay.
for the community and for our youth.
Yes.
Yes, one of my questions. Well, what I'd like to know is what motivated you to start this, become so involved, and to give back.
Well, um, first and foremost, I want to give thanks for this organization, Talk That Ish Radio, and to you, Sharice,
Talk to the mic.
to you, Sharice, and to my man
Reem.
for inviting me to talk about this issue. I came up in an era where it was violence, but not on this level.
Right.
And we're losing our young people every day, almost 10,000 a year, to gun violence and to other forms of violence.
Right.
And as a returning citizen into the community, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to give back. Not
Okay.
only pay my debt to society, but I wanted to pay it forward by helping these youth stay out of prison and stay out of early grave. And so my motivation is to become to them what what they never had, a surrogate father.
That was going to be my next. That was right where I was waiting for that
Yeah.
before I just jumped out there. Because when it comes to mentoring, community, I'm big on that.
Yes.
I think that there are a lot of young men, adult men, that
Right.
don't have that positive person in their lives that can maybe structure their lives, or
Right.
if you've already gone down the wrong path, restructure,
Right. Right.
because there's still chance.
That's right. That's right. I
There's
believe
still a chance. So if you spread the word and you're there as a mentor, a surrogate dad, father for some of these young men that didn't have the opportunity to grow up with that positive male role model in their lives, to have someone like yourself and other brothers that are willing to step up to the plate
Right.
and be that force, that drive, that energy, that listen.
Amen.
I can do it.
Yep.
You can do it with
That's right.
assistance.
That's right.
You will not fail as long as you try.
That's right.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, I'm glad to know that this is something you're doing, because a lot of young men, they just need that structure. There's not, I have a motto with my 15-year-old. He says,
Okay.
Mom, you don't trust me to go anywhere. I say to him, I trust you.
Right.
I trust you that from the core of me. It's the devil inside somebody else I don't trust.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
You see,
good.
but I know what I'm doing in my home.
That's right.
I know what I'm doing in my home with my son.
That's right.
So yes, you I trust, because I know the type of young man that I'm raising. It's the
Right.
devil inside somebody else's that I don't trust, because they may not have that structure at
That's
home and that discipline and that hands-on with a mom and a dad.
That's right. That's right. And you need both.
I mean, listen, I can teach him a whole lot of things, but I can't teach him how to stand and you know what straight. You know what I mean? I could teach him a whole lot. I do the basketball coaching. Yeah, I could
Yeah.
do that, but it's not the hands-on that these young men need
That's right.
from one of their own.
That's right.
Absolutely. And,
Yes.
wanted to add on to what Miss Reese is saying. You and I, we met a couple of months ago,
Right.
and I gotta say he really had an impact on me because we just clicked naturally.
That's right.
We started talking and everything, and it's right up the alley. Because a lot of times on the show itself, I always preach about stopping the violence, because we're losing our youth, and it's been going on for such a long time and everything, and it's just really time that we really let them know that the route they on is not the route they want to go.
Exactly.
And I'm glad we really touched with your sons and everything, because
Absolutely.
Yes.
a lot of parents, I shouldn't say a lot, we got some parents out there that forget their parents. They're too busy trying to be, friends with their kids
Exactly.
first
Exactly.
and
Turned up.
right.
Yeah, turn down.
Sometimes
How
the
about that?
parents are more turned up than
How
the kids.
about that? How
Yeah.
about that?
And
Unfortunately.
at the end of the day, it does a disservice to the other kids out there who are doing their best and everything, because they don't know how to act in society. So, we could always say they bad kids and everything, but we could just say they misguided, and we got to bring them back. We got to help them,
Got to.
And segregate, that's a strong word. That's very strong.
Yeah. We definitely, we want to teach them, we want to give them a new value system. We want to teach them correct principles, and the only way we can do that is by being an example. Our children learn through what they see. Our children want to know, they want to know if we are trustworthy.
Absolutely.
And if we could be trusted. For far too often, we undermine that trust. We say, do this, don't do this, and we don't set the example for them. And so that's an oxymoron.
Absolutely.
To say something that you're not absolutely living by.
Oh, you got to practice what you preach.
You have to. So we designed a program for that. We call it Lead by Example. And the only way we can reverse these negative trends of this gun violence that we see in the streets and the violence period is through being an example to our children, and also taking a stand to be that man in their lives. That's very important. We were able to do major things with the program inside an institution in Baltimore, Maryland, where they had Bloods, Crips, BGFs, and for the most part, we was able to bring this program and bring down violence. The assault level went down among themselves and towards staff.
Do you think the outreach and what you're doing, the services that you provide, do you feel that that structure can be made here with some of our youth? And I say that because sometimes within the prison, because there are other facilitators there, like the guards, there may be, a full staff of yourself.
Right.
But out here, there is these children that you tell them, come, trust me, I can show you a different way. But you have to come here. So you're just allowing them to take a chance on you like it's a gamble, you know what I mean? So do you first, do you think that you reach every, out of 100%, do you actually think 75 can be reached?
Of course, I truly believe that. Right now, I'm working with young men from Brooklyn, from the Bronx, and from Harlem. And these young men, I've been working with them, giving them good guidance, providing them with the resources to get jobs, job readiness, job training, social skills, competency skills, and just giving them guidance and giving them wisdom and security and power. So we doing that right now. Exactly.
And a chance.
And a chance.
Because that's what it is.
That's what it's all about.
Just knowing that somebody else is out there lending a hand.
Exactly.
I'm not asking you to change, to convert your life, but what I'm saying to you is trust me.
Right.
And together we can restructure.
I love that. You took the words right out of my mouth.
This is what I do.
You inside my head right now.
I'm not just a cute face. Oh my God.
Oh my God. You're in my head right now.
Yeah. I believe in this.
Yes.
Wholeheartedly. And I say that because we need to reach some of these young men. I think there's good in everyone. You just have to find out what it is.
Exactly.
And you build from that.
Exactly. You got it.
Let me tell you something. Even a cold-hearted murderer, somewhere inside of him is good.
It's some light.
He may be doing this for a particular reason, but somewhere inside of him, it's an ounce of good.
It is. We just got to uncover it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and give him a chance.
And give him a chance. I just want to say this for the record. May he rest in peace. Stanley Tookie Wilson, our brother, right? On death row.
Yeah.
Right? In solitary confinement. He was able to reach people. He wrote books, children books, was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Right. His voice was used to stop the violence, something that he, when he was in his ignorance, didn't know himself, was co-founder of the Crips. But then after, being in prison and getting in touch with himself, that light, that goodness, and build on that and develop it, he became a asset. He became a role model, and his life is not in vain. His legacy will go on. And so we want to continue that. We want to continue this movement to bring the message of anti-violence anti-gun violence message to our community, to our children. Because if we don't do that, if we don't stand up, us brothers and sisters, especially as men, in the gap for them, then we're gonna lose another generation.
Absolutely.
And we can't afford that, So we are now started a Shut 'em Down Friday, anti-gun, violence movement in Harlem. We're going to bring it to the Bronx. We're going to bring it to Brooklyn. We're going to bring it to Queens. We're going to take this everywhere. We are definitely partnering with different organizations. Guns Down Life Up. The HHC, Health Hospital Corporation.
Yeah.
We work with anybody who's about this. But our thing is, we are not going to stand around and allow our children to fall to this violence in the streets. We're not going to do that no more. Because in 2006, an average of 9 young people aged 19 and under were killed a day by a firearm in the United States. In 2007, an average of 48 per day were non-fatally wounded. Firearm homicides is the second leading cause of death after motorcycle vehicle crashes for young people, ages from 1 to 19 in the United States. The rate of firearm deaths of under 14-year-olds is nearly 12 times higher in the United States than in any other industrial country combined. So this is a problem. In 2005, firearms were responsible for 17% of injury death for Caucasian teens, ages to 13 to 19 in the United States. 52% of those deaths were African American teens, 22% Native Americans, Alaskan Natives, teens, 19% Asian Pacific Islanders, teens. Community violence, include gun violence, has the equivalent emotional impact on children as war on natural disasters. This is a problem. Our children are devastated by this. And the words they use, because I sit on a board, a forum in Department of Probation. I'm an intern at South Bronx Neon, and we talk to the new probationers, and they are scared to death because they don't want to get caught lacking. They walking around, they hearing about their friends, 14, 15, 9-year-old getting murdered and slayed in the street with these guns, and they're scared. And so what we want to do is go to these communities, look them in the eye, and say, listen, we're not going to allow you to do this to yourselves no more. And we're not going nowhere. This is not a message. This is me coming, and I will go to hell with a gasoline jacket on to save you. And when they see that, when they understand that, they say, man, you know what? This guy loves me, because this is what they said to me. They said that the older guys don't care about us, and we don't know how to care. So when we start caring and showing that I care to the point that I'm going to put my life on the line to save yours, then they start taking notice of their own lives because you took notice of it. Because we walk around them all the time and we walk past it. Don't say nothing to them.
Breaking the cycle, because the generation prior to them were taught a life of, you know what, our families come from a struggle. We got to find a way to meet ends. So now you know what, here's the drug game, here's the robbery, here's this, all the negativity is what they learn. So what does the peers, the children under them, the youth under them, see that this is the way to, according to them, the way to get it. Exactly. Instead of teaching them, stay in school, don't do what I did.
Exactly.
Stay in school, because you will always be able to make money if you have that knowledge up here.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Your hustle is here.
That's right.
Absolutely.
Have thought, pen and paper,
yes.
Write it down. Just that quick, I told Reem, I said I didn't have a chance to do my research.
Right.
But after reading, just briefly, here's some questions that I'd like to ask. It's knowledge.
It's knowledge.
It's let me tell you something. This thing that you're doing here with the foreman, I'm reading it because this is my old area.
That's beautiful.
This is my old area.
Yeah.
So a friend of mine lost her son on 7th Avenue and 144th Street.
This is the reason why we're doing this.
To gun violence.
Yes.
2 other children fighting, and he happened to be crossing.
Oh my God.
And it needs to be, the word needs to go out.
Yes.
I think that there should also be like a volunteer program for like a lot of the brothers here that are in good standing. Like maybe like the CEO, Fourth Quarter Boys, we
Yeah.
have them. Maybe some mentoring type of program where they can
Yes.
volunteer their time, because a lot of them, the
Yeah.
ones that I know,
That's
are
big,
very
man.
good characters.
Yeah.
They're very upstanding men. These are fathers that,
Yes.
put in their time with their children.
Yeah.
So you know what? For the father that doesn't have that male figure in their lives, that positive.
Right.
Because you can pick up any male, and that's
That's
part
right.
of the problem.
That's
Some of
part
these
of the
women
problem.
meet these guys just off the street, and
Yeah.
that's my boo, and he move into your house, but he
Yeah.
has no relationship, he never develops a relationship with your child.
Right.
So he's just the boyfriend that's in the room, and your child is still sitting there watching TV, and he's not a positive role model, so the child won't learn it.
It won't learn
Absolutely.
nothing. Absolutely.
I mean,
You
wait,
know?
wait.
Absolutely.
To boot to with that is a lot of times we allow morals to go right out the window.
Absolutely.
Right, right.
Everybody
Absolutely.
feels like if having morals is corny, or doing certain things by the way we supposed to. It's like it's not cool at all, and it's like coming up. If your mother told you clean that room, get that room clean ASAP. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There was no negotiating, and that's what's going on. Too much negotiating. There's no negotiating. Let's get it done.
That's right.
Because do them. Today it's just too many options. We didn't have too many options coming up. You're
Right.
either gonna get it done or you're not gonna get it done, and
There
pay
are
the
repercussions.
consequences.
That's right.
You already know. We talked about that on the first show
Absolutely,
together.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah?
About
Good.
I mean, our experience. I talked about my experience. How my mother got in my behind at Alexander's. Now my age is showing about that.
Right.
But I say that to say, we really, I commend what you're doing strongly, because this was a last minute meeting. Because
Right.
you and I, we kind of lost, communication for a moment. You called me today. I said, "Oh my God, got him."
Yes. Yes.
And we want to reinforce, because this has been a very interesting summer as into what's going on. I mean, what relates to our youth is there's been a lot of police brutality cases.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a form of violence.
And that's a form of, yeah.
There was a weekend this summer where there were 22 shootings amongst the 5 boroughs. Not one borough was excluded.
Right.
And this was, this is something that's really out of hand. Like, I have yet to be a father, but I have raised some kids. I raised my
Okay.
nephews. And, I can't help but worry about them. I know we got to let them live and everything, but it's like what Mr. Reese said. It's just
Yes.
like, we trust them, but we can't trust what's in somebody else.
Absolutely.
It's a lot of demonic forces running around here.
It is. It is.
I think during the summertime is one of the, I think that's probably when, seemed to me, my opinion, when violence picked up. And a lot of it has to do with not enough programs for the children,
That's right.
not enough structure that the parents lay down for the children. And being a mom, I understand that, because all of the good summer programs cost so much.
Tell me about it.
My son, we were talking about this when I first started, and I said, listen, Sunday is fine. I'm not going to be there early. I said, I won't stay late. My son is in Catholic high school this year. Price is astronomical, but I have to do what I have to do
That's right.
as a mother to instill structure in mine.
That's
He's
right.
mine.
You better believe it.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So if I don't invest in nothing else in this world,
That's the best
I'm going to
investment.
invest in mine. And I did that. He did a summer program. He graduated the July 11th.
Oh.
Remember, he
Right.
graduated July 11th. And
Beautiful.
No, July 7th. And
Ju-
July 11th started school again to the 25th of July.
That's beautiful.
Awesome.
You have to do what
That's
you
beautiful.
have to do for your children. Stop the partying. Invest that money in a day camp. A structured one.
A structured one.
Because Kips Bay is free. But who's
Right.
watching your child?
Exactly.
You know, so
Exactly.
sometimes you have to go that extra mile for it, and it gets to be hard. It is a hardship, but you find a way. Find a way. Reach out to the different organizations, and like yourself, you have this program.
Yes.
You know what? Reach out to you.
Yes.
Listen, we may not have a full-time program, but sister, if you send your son, I'm going to work with him and find other ways. So, listen, he might even walk by me holding my briefcase. And I'm going to teach him, when you come carry my briefcase, wear a suit.
We got to.
restructuring you right now.
Yeah,
That's
what we
how that
doing.
works.
That's how it works.
Absolutely.
That's how it works.
Each one
That's
teach
how
one.
it works.
Absolutely.
That's how it works.
That's it right there, Reem.
Each
one teach one.
Each one teach one. We have to.
It was given
we have
to me.
push
Now
that.
let me pass the baton and
That's
you
how
run with
you
it.
pay it forward. We cannot pay our ancestors for what they have done for us.
Correct.
Because they're not here, right? But we can pay it forward. We can pay it to the generation that's in front of us. We can do something good for them, and they can benefit from what we have given them.
Absolutely.
But we have to get something to give them. A mentor means wise teacher, right? A wise teacher. Wisdom is just knowing and doing the right thing. Knowing and doing the right thing. And what I teach these young men is that you have, you're born with self-awareness. You're born with an independent will. You're born with an imagination, right? And you're also born with knowing right from wrong.
Absolutely.
You know this, and your own consciousness bear witness to against you. So when we go in, we have conversations and discussion about what is real. And we teach them about the laws of cause and effects. And so when you make a bad decision, this is the repercussion of the decision that you made. And so when we start doing that, they start to understand and they make the right decision. And we let them know, don't allow your friends to pressure you to do something you really don't want to do deep down in your heart. So we teach them that it's better to be alone and be in the wrong company. A mirror reflects a man's face, but who that man really is based on the friends that the people they choose to be their best friends. And so this is some of the things we teach them, but we got this anti-violence and anti-gun violence movement going on. We're gonna have a shutdown Friday, September 19th, right here right in Harlem on 140th between 7th and 8th. It's sponsored by the Healing Team, Lead by Example, and Harlem Mothers Save. We have Reverend Vernon Williams, we have Minister John Bradley, we have Gary Kelly, and we have Sarah Delaney, which is the outreach coordinator for our organization. Our thing is to identify high-risk individuals and provide alternative to violence, to preventing violence before it starts, crisis intervention, prevention, promoting conflict mediation, and youth mentoring for young men and women. We are here for you, and those are these brothers that's in here. If they want to become mentors part-time and give of themselves to be a positive role model, we welcome that too.
Absolutely. Right quick, we got a phone, a caller on the line. Caller, Talk That Ish Radio. Caller? Talk That Ish Radio.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, caller.
Hello?
Yes, caller, we can hear you. Talk about it.
Yo, this phone.
This is Talk That Ish Radio, caller. How you doing? Hello? All right. Well, we'll just have him call back and everything. Thank you for calling anyway. Call back if you can. Again, just real quick, Antonio, before we go into commercial, again, put it out there. Let everybody know what's going on this Friday. This is very important. I'm definitely going to be there.
Thank you. Friday we are going to shut down 140th Street in Harlem between 7th and 8th. It's sponsored by the Healing Team, Lead by Example, and Harlem Mothers Saves. We have Reverend Vernon Williams is a community activist and spiritual leader. He's also a member of the Healing Team, along with myself and Minister John Bradley. Gary Kelly is also a member of this Healing Team, and Sarah Delaney is our outreach coordinator. We're going to be out there with quite a few of our partners in the community who's going to be out there to help spread this message of anti-gun violence, anti-violence in the community, and the programs that we are going to offer our young people as an alternative to the streets and to these street organizations. We invite every and all to come out to support this movement. Our children are dying every day. It seems like 23 to 29 of our children die every day to gun violence. This have to stop, and the only way it can stop is if we stand in the gap, if we stand up and do something about it. So we welcome you. We thank you, the DSN studios and Talk That Ish Radio. We thank you that for allowing us to come on to spread our message.
Oh, okay. We got to call it back.
What's good, man? CEO Reem, what's good?
What's good, family? How you?
Ain't shit, man. I heard y'all got my brothers in the building, man. The fourth quarter boys is on deck, man. What's good, man? It's Marley BX, man. OCA on the check-in, man.
Marley, yo, funny that you happen to be calling at the same time, brother. How are you again?
He's an excellent
I'm
gentleman.
good, man. I heard you got a packed house up there, man. All families up there right now, man.
All right, Marley, remember a couple of months ago I told you there's a brother who has a program that I definitely need you to connect with?
Yeah.
I got him on the show right now. Say what's up to Antonio Hendrickson, bro.
Yo, man, what's good, family? We actually got to meet face to face, man. I've been hearing a lot about you, man. I heard we could do some things, man.
Yeah, Marley, I can't wait to meet you too, man. Heard some things about you too, brother. We definitely need strong soldiers to go out into this concrete jungle, this war zone to save our kids' lives, brother.
Man, I'm here, man. Actually, I was just up there earlier. If I'd have known y'all was going to be there, I would have hung around, man. But I had to get home and catch the rest of this football, man. You know how that goes, man.
No doubt, no doubt. But you know what? I'm going to leave my card and all my information for you. So when you get an opportunity, man, you call me because I would like you to join us come Friday, September 19th, 7 to 9. We are shutting down 140th Street between 7th and 8th. Anti-violence, anti-gun violence movement, and we would love to have you on board.
Hey, yo, you know what? Tell Swerve to give you that card. Because I gave Swerve a card earlier. Swerve know how to get at me. Tell him to pass you that card, man. And we're going to take it from there.
Okay, thank you, brother.
Hey,
No,
Molly.
man, thank you, man. Thank you, man. Hey, yo, LA, I love you, my brother, you heard?
Now, Marley,
Hey, Molly.
it's a small world, brother.
Hey, listen. The call.
Wow, I know that voice. That
You
sound
know
like
this
my
voice.
sister.
That's right, brother. How are you?
Oh, yo, you got the whole family up here. Praise.
Hey, listen. I just handed your card to Antonio Hendrickson, and I'm just sharing with him how positive you are in the community right now. So linking up with him would be beneficial to you both. He has an excellent mentoring program. That's something that you do as well. Anytime that you can take and give back to a community, just coming out of, your own situation and just building from the bottom up. And as he states, he's always on his pedal bike.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
No
I
grass
stay on my
grows
pedal
but
bike,
under your feet.
And it ain't no game. And I'm privileged to even be considered to be a part of this Stop the Gun Violence thing, because that's a major thing in the hood that we need to overcome. And I'm definitely happy that all my family's up there together, man. That you got tears coming down my eyes right now. Everybody working right now.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Absolutely,
Absolutely, brother. But we agents of change, and we gonna change some things. You and me and all the family, and we are credible messengers. We coming with credibility. We coming with that which the kids can identify with. We gonna make doing the right thing sexy. We're gonna make it look good. We're gonna make it hip. We're gonna make it fly. We're gonna make it fly. Living and doing the right thing fly. That's what we're gonna do, because they need to know that. And we are the ones who set the trends around here. We set all the trends, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to change the paradigm, and we're going to set a new model for these kids.
Man, thank you, man. Yo, listen, man. As soon as you get home tonight, if you got time, inbox me all that information, because my phone is kind of screwed up right now. Hit me on the inbox so I can lock that in, and we definitely going to chop it up, man. I appreciate the opportunity.
You got it, brother. You got it. It's my pleasure.
Everybody have a safe night. Y'all get home safe. I love all y'all, and I'll be up there soon. Yo, Reem, I need to get up there with my sis, Reem. You
already know. We're going to make that happen real soon, brother. That's not a problem. That's a goal.
All right, man. Y'all have a blessed evening, everybody.
Be
Salute.
safe, brother.
Right, be safe.
All right.
Yeah, so that's how we give it up here. Talk That Ish Radio, man.
question.
Finally, it's funny because, again, That was Marley BX for all y'all at home that didn't know, and I told him about you, and I told you about Rice First, and the connection is happening.
Connection
and
is meant to be.
This message is
Yes.
definitely strong, so definitely we just want to reiterate to everybody what's going on Friday. Definitely check it out. Friday, September 19, 2014, from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We are shutting down 140th Street between 7th and 8th Avenue. Shut it down Friday. Anti-violence, anti-gun violence movement. All right? For everybody who's just tuning in, this is what it's about. We got to put them guns down, stop the violence, and let's move forward and do some positive and great things in life. Let's be leaders, not followers.
Real quick, if there are any, as Antonio stated, they are definitely looking for people, young men, our older brothers to volunteer their time. It's a give back to some of our youth that can use that surrogate dad, father figure, big brother in their lives that could be saving their lives.
Exactly, and I just want to put this out to the family that's listening and watching. You can go to our website. It's www.leadbyexample-reversethetrend.com. www.leadbyexample-reversethetrend.com. We have a charity for our casualties of incarceration, children left behind. These are those who we are going after in these streets who are absolutely destroying themselves without their fathers, because their fathers, most of them are behind bars. It's 1.7 million of our youth who are out there without fathers. And so we need to go out there, man, and help them, man. And so, we're a nonprofit organization. We don't get no money from nobody, but we ask that anybody who want to be a part of it, bring whatever to help these kids. If we can give them a coat, a pair of sneakers to keep phone, to keep them from robbing somebody, taking somebody's sneakers, or stabbing somebody for something that they don't absolutely have because they don't have the money. It's hard, it's really hard out here. So we would like to get sponsors dealing with these Coca-Cola companies and whatever the case may be to help us facilitate that process, to give them an incentive or stipend so they can have something in their pockets to keep them on the straight and narrow.
Absolutely.
Or fundraiser.
Oh, fundraiser.
That'll work.
That'll work.
And just to add on to that, we're going to do our part here, Talk That Ish Radio, live DSN, Sharice and I, we're going to build and earn. We definitely want to keep everybody in tune what's going on. Whenever events is going on, we are behind you 110%, if not 1,000.
Thank you.
And that's what's about, definitely, man.
I appreciate this.
We appreciate you for coming through, man, and spreading this. And we're going to reiterate this and circulate this throughout the station.
Yes.
My brother Swerve, like I said, he got a show here every Wednesday, CMS Radio from 4 to 6. So we're going to put that out there again. If we can get you up there, we'll see what happens. We'll talk to the gentleman and make it happen.
Okay,
All
I
right?
appreciate it.
And again, Antonio, thank you for coming to the show, man.
Oh man,
We
it's my
appreciate
pleasure,
you.
man. It's my pleasure,
God
man.
bless
I feel
you,
the
man.
love. I feel the love in this room. The positive energy, and I'm blessed and grateful and honored to be among such wonderful people. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. God bless you. Keep doing what you do, man. And we here for you. And we here with you.
All right. All right. Thank you.
This is Talk That Ish Radio, ladies and gentlemen. Every Sunday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Don't forget to check us out. All right? We're going to go to commercial real quick. Stay tuned.
Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the beast. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound.